What is up, folks? This is my fourth attempt at trying to go live today. We'll see how well this works. Looks like it's going. Alright. Let me make sure everything is a-okay, nice and calm. Okay, yeah. Welcome back, folks, to another live stream repair. We've got some stuff to fix here. We're going to start with Nebel's second-gen HomePod with no power. We wrapped up our last live stream repair. Taking a look at this one. Yeah, no lights, no power, like a watt or two of power draw from the wall. We determined that it is not anything else like the amplifier or the power supply, but rather the logic board itself that is causing our issues. We broke out the thermal camera and didn't find any good suspects. So here we are back at it again. We're going to try some voltage injection here. I've got my power supply. We'll turn that down to 4 volts. Ah, darn, you can't even see that. Okay. And we've also got some other stuff here. We've got 3675. No power. We've got Jeff, which is a brick. We've got 3667 with no base. And we've got Mark's second-gen HomePod with no power. So yeah, we have another second-gen that showed up today with no power. So we got to figure this one out. And then hopefully we can get through everything else today and take a look at Mark's second-gen with no power and see if we have a possible pandemic on our hands coming up with these second-gen pods. But anyways, here we go. I already took some measurements and I know generally where to stick how much voltage. Basically, we can stick, well, I see 4 volts on this pad, and I see, where was the other one? On this capacitor, I see like 15 volts. So we've got a couple of options. We're going to try the easy one first here. Let's get our thermal camera ready. Stick this somewhere. And yeah, it is. It does pull some juice from the wall when we do that. The tricky part is going to be holding all this down while pointing my camera at it. We need to get some alligator clips so we can just clip it to the board. But I don't see... I don't see nothing getting warm. I also can't freaking see anything. Let's try this. Nothing. Nothing's getting warm on this side. So we might need to look on the other side. John, welcome, welcome. It can take me up to 2 business days to follow up with repair requests. You'll just have to hang tight until I can get back to you. Rest assured, I got it. I got it. I just don't have the time to reply to everyone. So if you can bear with me, we'll get to you as soon as we can. I do want to see, since we've got this exposed now, if anything shows up on the camera. No. Well, shoot, are we just gonna have to, like, poke around here for a minute and see if we can't find something? We're going on a hunt. We got all this thermal paste crap too. I wonder if it's hiding underneath some of that. Okay. Got that cleaned out. Let's see if we find anything. I don't think we're gonna find anything. Seriously. I'm gonna try to stick some voltage in it one more time here. Now that we've got all that thermal paste cleared off, I wonder if it was hiding underneath some of it. I don't see anything getting warm. I don't feel anything getting warm. You know my full government name. Okay, so what? Everybody knows my full name. Are you trying to scare me? I'll scare you, Stefan. Don't test me. Seriously? Nothing? Call the phone number back. See who it is. Answer it. No, my actual name isn't Nick. Dominic's Fix just doesn't sound as good, right? Alright, let's try... finding another place to inject voltage, because apparently that's not giving us anything. Alright, what do we have? Kurt, don't dox me like that, man. I'm not playing around. I'm just looking for any pads that'll give me power so that I can... Oh, that one is 15 volts. Right there. I don't know, this has got me pretty stumped. It's just not, you know, normally with things that have no power, you can find something heating up or find a short somewhere on the board causing that no power. But this has got me pretty well stumped. Something is getting warm, but nothing's getting hot. And the only thing getting warm is a particular chip that I frankly I don't think that's the problem. But let's see. 1.8. It's even got 16 volts on there. That is so weird. It's got all of the voltages that it needs. Yeah, we got the 3.9 there. We should have 16 over here. Yeah, 15.9. I am so confused. So maybe... Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
Hi, Kira.
What? No, my name's not Kira, never mind. I was wondering if it was turning on and just not giving us any display or touch feedback, but... that is not the case. Yeah, and this side of the board is clean. I don't get it. Everything that I can find is getting power. And if everything is getting power, then I think we'll have to come back to this one. Let's go ahead and clean up and get moving on here for now. Okay, I'm just gonna stick that all to the side for now. Maybe brainstorm with some of you nerds in the Discord server later. That, though, I'm not sure what to make of what we're seeing. Ooh. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna fix up next? We've got to fix this camera apparently. Here. The forbidden corner. Do not look at my corner. There we go. Oh boy. Let's move on to something that we know we can fix here. We need to make ourselves feel better. That second gen's beating me up pretty good. I'm racking my brain. So let's get 3675. All right. Well, not quite. Got a few more things to type here. Let's get the names moved around. 3675 with no power. Afterwards is gonna be Jeff the Brick. Let's let Jeff the Brick know that they're coming up very soon. Here we are. once again, thoroughly appreciating that my messaging app is not showing the most recent messages, but instead what it thinks are the more important messages to show me. Stop this. Alright, let's plug in the right power cord. And we can see we've got no lights, no power, a couple of watts from the wall. That all looks like the oh so familiar dead diode on the amplifier. We've fixed it here thousands of times, and well, let's fix it one more. Here we go. Ooh, that was real close. You want to see the dev unit? Yeah, I want to see the inside of that thing too. Out of the 3 dev prototype HomePods that I have, the most recent one that I just got my hands on seems to be the earliest hardware of the 3. It seems like there's a good chance the amplifier might have some special sauce on it. But I can't, I can't have fun and good conscience when people are waiting for their stuff to get fixed. We gotta get this stuff fixed first. But if we can get all this fixed, that'll be our fun for today. We'll crack open that prototype. Oh, you bet we'll be taking it apart. You bet. Somebody tried breaking into my car. Somebody tried stealing my car the other night. I caught them on camera, too. Freaking tweakers. Freaking 2006 aesthetic looking mother friggin' stupid mother. There he is walking down the street. He walks right past my wife's unlocked 2015 Volvo XC60 with her keys and purse in the front seat. And he goes right to my Z. What's funny is he thinks he's picking the lock on the driver's side. But that's a right-hand drive Z. The dude doesn't even realize what he's trying to steal. So if he managed to get into that car, he would have had to crawl over the center and get into the driver's seat that way. But he tries for about 30 seconds, and as soon as he notices that there is a camera on him, he walks off. Ooh, and as soon as he was walking off, that's when my wife said there was someone messing with my car. And that's when we noticed him, and it was just too late. He got lucky. He got lucky, let me tell you. Let me tell you, come back and I'll give you a free trip to the hospital. Oh, that just makes me so salty. And I know that he was trying to steal the car. Because if he was just trying to break into the car and steal something inside the car, he would have just smashed the window and grabbed what he wanted. Or he would have checked if the door was unlocked, and if it wasn't, he would have walked off. Smash and grabs are they do not take that long for that. He was trying to steal the car. It's a lot harder to get away with a stolen car if you have to break the windows. But the fact that he went right up to what he thought was the driver's side, and then took 30 to 45 seconds to try to pick the lock open before just walking off. And I didn't have anything in my car anyways. It's not like there was anything sitting out. He was already past our driveway before he decided to turn around and come right to my car, so he didn't check anyone else's cars around me. He went straight for mine and then went right back where he came from, out of view. Is that a bald joke? I don't think the sun is out at night, my guy. Yeah, the second gens tend to kick my butt. The first gens, though, we got them down. Seldom an issue that we can't fix in these. That it doesn't take us more than 20 or 30 minutes to take apart, fix, and put back together. Second gens are just absolutely cursed, though. They made it so you can't tighten the drawstrings. Which, and yeah, really that's my biggest complaint. Alright, here we are at the amplifier. We're going to do a little bit of maintenance first. We're replacing these 4 filtering capacitors. They love to go bad and cause death farts and all sorts of bass issues, so it happens often enough that it warrants replacing them if we've got one of these apart in front of us already. Alright. A solid set of filters. Let's get this dead diode out of here. This is what's failed and caused their power issues. For no reason other than a bad batch of these diodes themselves being used. So if we replace it with a new one, that'll prevent the problem from happening again. But it is also, the replacement's technically a stronger version of it too, so just in case. They don't need it, but just in case. Beautiful. And now we put it back together. Let's try this. Yeah, see, I don't know if I can use the electric driver on these screws. It's a little fiddly. I normally use the manual driver for these, but that's actually kind of working pretty well. With the extendo tip. Is this actually faster than using the manual screwdriver? Not sure. Feels like it. Those of you who've been watching my streams for a while know that I pretty much never touch those amp screws with the electric driver, but those extra long T6 bits might just be what I needed to be able to do that. that Mike? Goodness, Mike, welcome back. Been a minute. Dang, we have 10 people watching right now? How many of you watching are my coworkers? How many of you at the office right now going, look, Nick's fixing right now? Oh shit. That's right, I never charged you for those HomePods. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, we'll get to it. I'll get to it. Alright. It is time for Jeff the Brick. There we go. So, 3675 is alive and well. Go ahead, say something about my Wi-Fi. I dare you. I dare you.
I'm up.
Alright. I'm sure you're having trouble. But at least you are turning on now. We'll get that reset, update it, test it out, make sure it's all good to go. Here is Jeff. They're named Jeff, and their problem is brick. It looks to be... Oh, there we go. Blinking volume buttons. Alright, up next is going to be 3667 after Jeff here, so we'll let them know they're coming up. Alright. 3667 has been messaged. Let's get Jeff saved here. Let's try to save old Jeff. Don't worry about that. That's just some dust from my house. Alright. Here's how we do it. We're going to remove the base so we can access our debug port. And then we will grab our handy dandy 3D printable USB restore adapter. I've got info on my website on how to make these yourself, or if you don't feel, excuse me, if you don't feel like it, you can always buy them from me pre-made. Of course, we don't know if the blinkies on Jeff's pod here is a hardware or a software issue. It could be either or. There's no way to tell without trying to restore the software. So let's do that. If it fails, it should give us a general idea of what has failed. But let's see here. Let's hit him with some zoom. And then we'll hit him with the hocus focus. I said focus. Last but not least, we will plug power into our pod. And here we go. Our 3 magic commands: Gaster Pwn, Gaster Reset, iDevice Restore. Stefan says it'll fail at the NAND. I think you're right. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, we're past the NAND. Eat it, Stefan. That's it. Right. There. Yeah. Alright. That is taking a software restore. This whole process takes 10, 15, 20 minutes to go through. Most hardware issues make this fail really early on. So we're going to put this down and off to the side and let it continue doing its thing while we pull up the next repair here. So that's going to be... Oh no! As I was saying... That's going to be 3667 here with some bad bass. Let's see what it's got for us. Alright, yeah, that is some pretty significant popping action there. Sounds like those filters could definitely get replaced. Let's get this apart and tidied up. Hopefully we have gotten to it before the filters got to that subwoofer and roasted it. Yeah, subwoofer's still good. We love to see it. We love to smell it. Hey. Chances of having time for the cancer cube. Slim to none. Slim to none. But we do have an extra HomePod to add to the queue that I forgot to put up there, so. We can use this guy. Alright, let's get us some new filters and then we'll see what else it might need. Excuse me. We got a 26K dated diode, so that one won't fail and cause power issues. We don't need to worry about that. However, that 10 ohm resistor is looking really bad. So let's get that replaced. We often see this resistor getting damaged when those filters get so bad like this, but thankfully the woofer still survived. All right. What are the chances Tim kicks the bucket and I get the CEO title? I mean, it's not 0, right? It's not impossible. It looks like 36-72. It looks like Jeff here has finished restoring. Let's flip that around and see what it's got for us. Should spring right to life. Yes. Jeff is alive. And of course the setup prompt has killed my phone camera, so we have to go over here. There we go. The automatic actions think the screwdriver says here. I can hear that. let's see. $36.54.
I'm having trouble connecting to the...
Ooh, that sounds much better. All right. So we've got 3667 fixed. We've got Jeff software restored. We need to test it overnight and make sure that it wasn't a hardware issue that caused this problem. Just because it restored doesn't mean we're out of the woods quite yet. But pending any other issues, we'll go ahead and knock out the hardware maintenance that they requested on the next stream. Let's shoot the next fella a message. There we go. Let's get Joe bricked. And then we've got Mark's second gen. Let me go grab, shoot, what did I need for this? Oh yeah. Alright, so here is another HomePod that we are going to use its good logic board to fix up Joe's HomePod here, in addition to some hardware maintenance on the amplifier. But the hardware issue with Joe's logic board in particular is fixable, but takes some trial and error, takes quite some time, and isn't quite as straightforward as just replacing the board now and fixing the broken board sometime down the future. So let's get this logic board out, and then we'll do some work. And it's a shame, this one was in nice shape, but unfortunately it seems to have sat in the sun for too long, and well, it's doing that now. So it's quite ugly. Mark is not the bonus pod. We're working on it, the bonus pod now. It's Joe's. We snuck him in there just now. Joe has been waiting much longer than Mark to get their pod fixed up here, so. Alright, a perfectly good set of parts for other pods in there. Let's get this one back up here. And dig in. Not today, Tim. No blood for you. Ooh, although you're really trying. I've got quite the pile of logic boards with bad NANDs that I need to get through one day. I liked it, but I didn't want to break it more, so I sold it. Good on you, mate. You sold it to your sister's friend because they'll probably give it back to you when they're done with it. In a year or two. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna be able to fix Mark's HomePod, so I don't know if we'll have time to play with anything else extra today. But if we can fix Mark's HomePod, then goodness, we'll have time. There's actually, technically, nothing wrong with the developer HomePod. Believe it or not. It is on OS 11, and the previous owner couldn't get it to update because all their other stuff was on too new of an OS. So I told them, don't update it. Don't update it. Keep it on OS 11, because I want to keep it on that same OS, and I want to poke around the files too and see if the previous devs left anything around. Did you see that? We totally goofed that up. And then we totally fixed it. Ludicrous display right there. All right. Who dropped what? Who dropped what? Who's not using what because it was dropped? I don't know what you guys are talking about. See, if it takes me longer to fiddle with this than just using the manual driver, that's why I use the manual driver and I don't fiddle with this. But when it works really well. See, but now it just decides to not be magnetic anymore. That makes no sense. This makes no sense to me. Whatever. I'm gonna go back to the way that works every time. Yeah, I'm sorry. I still don't understand what you're saying, Richard Nixon. Like, I know that we're talking about the diode inside of a HomePod, but I don't know. Someone said, did someone drop a diode? No, I didn't drop nothing. If I dropped a brand new diode on the floor, would I reuse it? Absolutely. I didn't drop anything. I didn't drop nothing. What are you guys talking about? Why didn't I use the same diode? We replaced this, the whole reason why we took this HomePod this far apart, right? The only thing technically wrong with this particular HomePod was the logic board. But we do a bit of extra hardware maintenance so that all the time and money that they spend on us replacing their logic board, they don't have another common issue that happens to their HomePod and they have to send it back into us. That is those filters that go bad and cause death farts, and that diode that causes no power. Now, even though this diode was still working, it had the date code on it that we see failing and causing no power. Is a date range of those diodes that are bad and failing out there. So we don't just replace the diodes that are bad. We also replace any of the diodes that have the same date codes on them. No, we're not doing FaceTime Friday. I don't like doing FaceTime because nobody watching the stream knows who's talking, and I can't screen share the FaceTime without doxing you guys. So we won't do any more FaceTime, unfortunately, unless you guys make your own Apple IDs using information that won't dox yourselves if it's shown on stream. But that should be pretty easy. I mean, like, it takes like 2 seconds to make an Apple account. But I accidentally doxed. Well, nobody saw it, and nobody's gonna bother Stefan except for whoever keeps calling him from the U.S. But that was happening before we doxed him. You hate shaving? What, you have hair or something? Shh. That sucks. For you. My hair is always perfect and ready to go. Zero maintenance. I just exist and it works. Add you to my oh. Well, there I go. I get owned. I can add you to my contacts and it'll show that instead. Alrighty then. Yes, before we doxed him, this was a collaborative effort. Shuffle hands. I know this was all just a grand scheme to get me to dox Stefan for you. And it worked. Alright, so this logic board should already be configured. It should boot up to my home. Of course, we need to reset it and make it ready to go for the next fella, but that's easy. There we go. Yes. All right, Joe. You are good to go. Is my hot air gun gonna turn off? I'll turn you off. That's okay. All right. Ooh, my wife said she's on her way home. So the clock is ticking. We are running out of time here. Okay, let's get... Oh yeah, we need to message Mark and let him know. Where is he? 3652? Oh, that's a text message. That is taking precious time. Tick tock, tick tock. Where are they? There they are. Okay. What do we have going on with this one? Is it going to be the exact same symptoms? Yep, a brief blip up in the power draw and then back down to essentially nothing. I don't like that. Oh, we got 2 watts of power draw now. but still nothing. Hey Siri, hey Siri, hey Siri, hey Siri, hey Siri, hey Siri. Yeah, no, it's definitely...
Hi, Kira.
My name's not Rick! Okay. That's my least favorite part. These ones hurt to take off. Tell my wife I forgot to get I forgot to have her get me rib dye. She'd make me go out and get it myself. No mercy. Actually, she would offer to go back out and get it for me. But I wouldn't make her do that. Plus, she's got a bunch of groceries, bunch of perishables. How you like that hairdo? About to hit up my boy Tech Nerd and see what he's found with these second gens with no power. I'm sure he's ran into this a few times now and long figured it out before we've even gotten our hands on one of these. And this extra long bit is perfect for getting into these screws. The bits in the iFixit screwdriver and anything else, these short bits are just too short to reach in here. Yeah, that's right, Stefan. Oh no, another second gen. Yep. I like working on these as much as I like working on the minis. And they seem to be so far about as repairable as the minis. It is kind of weird that we, out of the blue, had two show up with the same behavior. Coincidence? I think not. Will you still have mod if you change your name to say just Stefan? No, yeah, it's tied to your user ID. It has nothing to do with your display name. You know I can just give you mod back too. It's not a sacred one time. Oh. Oh, come on. Okay. So y'all know the drill. Let's sanity check with a logic board that we know turns on to eliminate the possibility of it being an issue with another component. This is the first and easiest one to get to, so it makes sense to try a different one of these first. It also seems to be the component that we notice causing most of the problems. Should light up in just a second. Yeah. So we definitely have a logic board issue. Just like the other one. Just like the other one. get this logic board from theirs. You know what I'm willing to bet this is? I don't think either of these are hardware issues. I'm gonna be real with you folks. It just occurred to me. I've talked about it in the past, but there have been a number of no-power HomePod minis. And it seems like one of the faulty software behaviors of the minis is that they just appear to not power on at all. And I wonder if this is the same case here. Now with the mini, if it's a software issue causing it to not power on, you can just plug it into your Mac and click restore and it restores it. But we don't have such a thing for the second gen. We haven't even figured out the USB connection for the second gen, let alone the fact that it's impossible to restore the software on these because there's no restorable firmware file available, and we can't pull the same tricks that we pulled on the first gen with its software restores and its USB adapter and what have you. It's all totally different. Totally different. So, like I said, I'm starting to wonder if this is a hardware or a software issue, and because we don't have a way to try to restore the software, well, we may never know. It would also explain why on the other one we aren't seeing any hardware issues. We're not seeing anything. Yeah, a couple of chips get warm, but you expect that when you put power into stuff, it should get warm. What I'm expecting to see is it getting very hot. But we didn't see that. Let's get this off. Let's get this shield off and see if we can find anything getting hot, I guess. See if we can find a short on this board. If not, I'm probably gonna no-fix both of these second gens. Hate to say it. Hate to do it. This shield is glued onto the board, but you just warm up the glue and it should come right off. Just like that. Okay, let's plug this back into some power and see if there are any obvious issues here. Stan, welcome back, Stanley. With the second gens that have been coming in, have we narrowed down anything to a certain batch like we did with the first gens? We have not. Partly because I've only had a very small handful, like 4 or 5 of these second gens for no power, and so far it seems like all but these last 2 have been different things causing them. These most recent 2, however, seem to be the same. But we don't know what it is yet still. Where's my thermal camera? Nah, no chance of replacing any of the chips like the NAND on the second gens. If we couldn't do it on the first gen, you certainly can't do it on the second gen. They paired the parts at a component level. Sure enough, things are getting warm. It's doing the exact same things. Like it's what was this big chip? What's the big chip on the second gen main board? It was Tech Insights. So on the main logic board, probably the whatever SoC. No. I think the small one's the SoC. I think the big one's the NAND. I'm trying to confirm though. Main board, processor board, SK Hynix 32 gig 3D NAND. Yeah, we're not gonna find that. But anyways, I am correct. The chip that's getting warm under the camera is the NAND. The CPU's on the other side over here. So the NAND is getting warm. Ooh, the NAND is getting warm. It's on. I think it's a software issue. I think it's bricked. And yeah, that might be it for it. Where's it's turning on. Hello? Hello? We fixed it? Would you look at that timing? My wife has just pulled into the driveway. Folks, that is all the time that we've got for here and now. I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair. What the heck? I hope to catch you in the next one where we can finish this one and what the heck. Goodbye, I guess. Jeez.